Here goes tournament time and I got my boat shined. I gotta go, 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 go.
Get exposed.
Get the boat, man, it's time to go. Grab your baits and fishing poles. Fill the tank and then hit the road. Till you're in that fishing hole. Made up my mind, I'm no weekend warrior, I'm a pro. Fishing professional, and when I'm fishing, man, my goal is to win. I won't stop until I'm in that circle with legends like Rick Clunner, Kevin Van Dam. I got that ski grease, I got that carrot stick, man. If y'all see me on the lake, better make way and pray my motor quits, cause I won't know. It's tournament time and I got my boat shined. I gotta go, 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 go all the way. It's tournament time, I know I'm
Everybody just take a deep breath. Juice,
man,
talk to me, man.
Gosh, look, Greg, if anybody ever doubted the quality of anglers that fishes in the KBBT, you won't.
You cannot
see them today.
No, not anymore.
No.
Not anymore, guys.
No.
This was absolutely incredible, guys. I mean, here's the deal. We had 32 anglers compete in this bracket. 30 were able to get on the water today, just for different reasons or not. We had 34 fish over 20 inches today. Between 30 anglers that fished today, 34 20 inches or more. The top 5 fish that were caught today, the top 5 bag of all the anglers combined, was 114.75 inches. That equates to about 45 pounds of fish caught in the top 5.
Unreal.
I don't know what to
Absolutely
say.
unreal.
19 of the 30 anglers that fished today were over 90 inches.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
What
blows me
happened?
away. I went through and, you know, we were watching it unfold throughout the day. And I went back after the leaderboard shut down. And, man, I was just counting up some stats, looking at some stuff. And it was more impressive on paper than it was just watching it, just seeing it, like actually seeing it unfold. It was unreal. I got a few stats just to let you listen to.
Go for it.
We had 30 people actually get on the water. They had 2 guys that couldn't. 29 of the 30 caught limits. All right. You needed 90 inches to break into the top 20, not the top 10, top 20. You had to get 96 inches to break into the top 10. That's unreal. Unreal. 3 anglers broke the century mark. You had 3 matchups, Greg, within 3/4 of an inch.
Oh, 3
matchups.
of 16 matchups was determined by 1/4 of an inch.
3/4 of an inch or less.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. You had 6 fish over 22 inches caught today. 6 fish. Unreal.
For 22.
Unreal. Look, you guys that are watching at home, give yourself a hand, drink a beer, drink some whiskey. What you earned it. You absolutely earned it today.
It was, I mean, it was at the Trinity River event nationally. It was equivalent of 1989 of the Santee Cooper event. It was the equivalent of 1998's Lake Fork event, all in one day. It's what we had today.
Yeah, guys. I'm sure I'm not a statistician, but I can guarantee you records were broken today. No doubt. KBBT records.
Oh, everything shattered from a KBBT standpoint. I mean, except for the angler that had the biggest bag throughout in one day, and the biggest fish ever caught. But other than that, conglomerately wise, it was by far. I mean, it was insane. It was insane.
That speaks more to the matchups because, you know, not only you don't have just one guy running away with it, just, you know, making these numbers gaudy. It's consistent across.
I don't care what anybody says. These brackets were put together. I mean, you couldn't have matched them any better. The matchups that we had. I mean, how it ended up today. Some of them are going to win, some are going to lose. But at the end of the day, these matchups were just. I mean, you couldn't have put it together any better. I'm sorry.
You got quite a few
we rank them.
Bags going home today. Yeah,
it's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, it was everything you could ask. So if you're a fishing fan, if you're a kayak fishing fan, I mean, even if people were turning off Lake Fork to watch what we were doing. I mean, that's how insane this thing was. I mean, Buzz was getting around and figuring out what was going on. I mean, Jim Levere's 24 when he caught it on camera. Like, he broke the lake record of a catch and release right there with us. I mean, it was insane. So let's just get right into it. We've got some guys and anglers that need to get on for the water tomorrow. We have a back-to-back, so let's just get right into it, and let's just do this now. How about that, okay? I'm going to try something, guys, a little bit new tonight, and I'm trying to coordinate everything else. By the way, round of applause for Fishing Chaos today and what they did and how they were able to help us out today. Huge round of applause to them. Thank you for supporting us all day. The app was pretty much flawless. The leaderboard was outstanding. Thank you for all that they did. So, all right, guys, here we go. Let's get right into this, shall we? We're going to get these anglers on as soon as we call the matchups, and we're going to start here, my friend, with the bracket. Here we go, guys, and the bracket is as follows. Man, let's see here. The bracket started out here. This is the national championship bracket round of 32. We had Tim Spry versus Tim Gurley. Tim Spry out of Maine, Tim Gurley out of Iowa. And moving on to the Sweet 16 is going to be Mr. Tim Spry. Juice, talk about Mr. Spry's day, my friend.
Look, you know, both Tims kind of went to a lull for a long part of the day. You know, I kept waiting, kept looking to see if they were putting anything up, and they just didn't for a few hours. And I thought, well, maybe it was service. Didn't really know what was going on. And then all of a sudden, fish started slowly come in. You know, I watched Tim Gurley and Tim Spry throughout the day. Man, look, both of you guys have nothing to hang your head about. Tim Spry came in 89.5 inches. Mr. Gurley, you had 72 inches. Not quite the weekend you had the weekends before. Still great weekends.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. It was a great weekend. Here was the matchup here, and this is what I'm trying to do. Here's the matchup together. That was the score, 89.5 to 72 inches. That was the score between round 2, group 1. Tim, if you want to come on, you got the link. Come on and talk to us tonight about your matchups. But that is the score, 89 to 72. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. But yeah. Whew. I mean, Tim Spry moves on, man.
Yeah, and look, no matter how this next one shakes out, you better bring it tomorrow. 89 ain't going to cut it tomorrow.
No, that's not going to cut it. No, that won't do it. So,
yeah.
All right, moving on, guys. We're going to move on to the next matchup, guys. And, dude,
Fish came in late.
Dude, Fish came in late, no doubt. Man,
this is one of those matchups that I promised you within the 3/4 of an inch mark. This is one of those.
Moving on to the Sweet 16 between John Warchall and Robert Brown. Is John Warchall what? John Warchall hangs on. Holy moly. Goodness gracious, John Warchall. Talk about it, man. You hung on and did it, man. Congratulations.
Lake Erie, buddy. I love Lake Erie.
It loves you.
I mean, it was a good day. I mean, I was nervous. I mean, he put up big fish right away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, once again, here we go. I'm going to get beat within the first half hour starting. But I kept plugging away, a bunch of little fish, and all of a sudden, here they came, 19 3/4, 19 3/4, 20 1/4. I'm like, oh, this is great.
John, your score was 98 1/4 to 97 1/2.
Oh.
Dude, wow. Listen, I will tell you, I don't know if he's coming on or not. Robert Brown, within 4 minutes of the board going off, had an 18.5 incher, and it jumped off.
Ooh.
And here he is to tell us about it. Mr. Brown, Jigmaster.
What up, fellas?
Man, what a matchup between the two of you guys.
Look, heavyweight battle, no doubt. No doubt.
It was a lot of fun, man. John had me sweating it out. I'll tell you this. I knew that because I had thoughts early. I was like, well, maybe I can get off the water and go scout some other stuff, you know. And then I saw him put up his first fish, and I think it was a 19 1/4 or something like that. I was like, that's a good fish. Seems like he's on a good class of fish. If he can back that up with all the same size, then, you know, he can have a good bag. But I wasn't too worried. Then he put up like a 20, I think, and I was like, okay, he's on the right size fish.
Yeah.
They weren't like back to back, but it was like he's on the right size.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Looks like I'm toughing it out in the water today.
Well, you know, we watched you most of the day, Robert, and man, you had a phenomenal day. Anytime you put up 97 plus inches, nothing to hang your head about, man. And John did this last week too, where he kind of he wasn't on the fish early, and then he didn't have service, and then when he posted them all up, it was like it just blows your mind. So to see it, I know you got to be heartbroken, but man, look, give yourself.
I'm very heartbroken. Greg knows. I texted Greg and told him something, but so I'm very heartbroken. But congratulations, John, man. You definitely earned it, man. And you know, good luck in the rest of the bracket. But I lost 2 19 to 20 inch fish first in the morning, first thing.
Those always come back to haunt you. Always.
Every time.
Every time.
I caught probably 30 fish. They all
unbelievable.
All 15 inches or bigger. And then so John, when I looked and I was talking to my wife, and I was up 94 to like 92 3/4. And I was telling my wife, I got a lead, dude's on the right fish, he's coming. And then I went back to the leaderboard, and as I was looking, it was 94 to 92, 75, and then it was 95 and something to 94. I was like, I just lost the lead, babe. I just lost the lead.
John, the footballs that you were putting up were massive. I mean, was there something like special? Was there a hole? I mean, was there something special you just found? And they're just coming in and reloading.
It's just this time of year, and again, I'm fishing an island, so there's a ton of water, there's a ton of boats, but there's just a ton of fish.
Right.
So, I mean, growing up here, fishing it, a lot, you kind of know where the fish are this time of year, and it's only going to get better for the next couple weeks.
Oh, well, look, John, you're one win away from seeing us at the A House, bud.
I'm excited.
One win, man.
Tomorrow.
One win.
And I got to thank Robert again. I mean, great matchup, great competition. You had me sweating like crazy, bud. I appreciate it.
Did you
both y'all had us sweating?
Did you call
John? Now you pissed him off, and now he's going to kick everybody's ass over here in the Potomac River. Thanks a lot.
Hey, real quick before we get off, I do want to say this, John. Good luck, bro. Did you call in the last hour?
No, I did not. No, my fish, I caught another 20 with it was about 4:33 when I looked at the time. So I couldn't score that fish.
So I told Greg, like right after it happened, it was literally 4:26, 4:27. And I went back to a spot where I had a fish jump me off probably an hour and a half earlier. And I pitched in there, and the wind started blowing me. So I turned the motor on to reposition myself, and I watched my line swimming off. I was throwing a jig, obviously.
Yeah.
And I watched my line swimming off. I set the hook. Rod's doubled over. It's a good fish. I'm like, this is the fish I need. Fighting the fish. Fish is running towards me, so I can't I can't reach to the remote to turn the button off.
Yeah.
Still fighting the fish, hoping she'll turn so I can turn the motor off. She doesn't. She comes up and jumps. It was literally a 18-inch plus fish. Jumps me off at the kind 3 minutes ago. I was like, it's about to be a Cinderella story.
That would have been it right there.
It would have been it because he had big bass.
He did that big bass. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, what a matchup, guys! It was one for the ages, man. I'm dead serious. We had smallies versus largies, 2 tanks, 98-97. Oh my gosh! I mean, what an incredible matchup.
I didn't know if the smallmouth could close the largemouth for this week, but
well, so far it's looking like that.
It's been incredible. I mean, and Robert, I know you've had your heart broken from Florida guys, from Texas guys, and here a guy from Ohio. All you have to do is just shake your head and just tip your hat and just say, "Great job, man."
One of these days, get over the hump. This thing I was talking to my wife before you kicked me off. Every time I lose, I have a top 10 bag. Every time I lose,
I know.
Yeah.
I know. You and Matthew Conant, I mean, all these guys, they have the same situation. I mean, it's just incredible. I mean, it's incredible. It stinks, man. But, John, you're moving on, man. Dude, one win away. And we see you at the 8 House, man. It's going to be incredible.
Thanks, guys. See you
Thanks,
soon.
man. Thanks, guys. Congratulations, boys. While these guys get off, and we're going to get Mr. Tim Spry on from earlier. Tim, congratulations, man. You're moving on 1 win away. You're taking on John Warchaw for the 8 House, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm worn out.
I'm sure.
I had to dig deep today. It was a tough day. I mean, I don't think I even got a fish until about 9 o'clock this morning.
Wow.
And then I was like, I don't even know if I can even catch a fish today. So I threw out a Ned. I went to a Ned. So I
wow. Desperate times calls for desperate measures, man.
Yeah, I caught a couple, and I was like, okay, I got my confidence back, going back to a chatterbait. So then after that, I just dug and dug and dug. And I was going against, a bass tournament today too. So, I mean, there were bass everywhere. And I was like, I hope there's something out here. And the fish, I don't know, they must have moved off. And they must have went, 15, 20 feet. And I just said, well, I guess this is my only chance. So I moved off a little bit and I caught a few. And then I came back on and fished from 15 feet into shore. And then I just started catching them that way. I don't know. And then I caught that 21 and a quarter. And
that was huge.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That fish right there. So there's a story to that one. So I cast in off of a a point, and I thought I had bottom. Literally, that's how big it was. I thought I had bottom. Oh my gosh, I got freaking bottom. So I kept the line tight the whole entire time. I get on the other side of it, and I'm like popping it because I'm like, that's a jackhammer. I can't lose this thing. This is $15, $20. Popping it, boom, and I'm like, oh my god, I saw him. I was like, no, you stay. And I was like, wow, and that was it. And
that's beautiful, man.
I don't know.
Well, listen,
I
man.
dug deep for the last hour and a half. And all I could get is 15-inch, 16-inch. Caught a nice pickerel, but other than that, I was like, I need some 18s, but I guess I can save those for tomorrow.
Well, I'm telling you, you're putting Maine on its map, and you're going against a hammer out of Ohio. It's smallies versus largies all over again, man. You got to get back on that water and see what kind of bag you can put together, man.
Yeah.
Man, this is going to be exciting tomorrow.
I haven't even touched my lake. You know what I mean? My China Lake's a huge lake. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a Vastaboro side, and I mean, and that's all rock points, and you know what I mean. It's prime area to fish, and I haven't even been in there yet. So I'm going to start out there. I'm probably going to catch some smallies. You know. Yeah. And then if that doesn't work, I'll go back to where I started. Hopefully they just reload, and I don't know. But I think I'm going to have to put up at least 90 inches so tomorrow.
Oh, I think it's going to have to be more than that, bro. I mean, these smallies are coming out of the north. Well, listen, man, you just keep grinding, dude. I mean, you're putting Maine on the map, man. And I'm telling you, congratulations, man. You're absolutely hammering them. What a tremendous ride you've done. You're in the Sweet 16, brother. Man, we're going to see you tomorrow morning, man. It's going to be exciting, dude.
No, I'm excited, and
keep it going.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Congratulations, man! Heck of a job. We'll see you again tomorrow, bud.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
I appreciate it.
Thanks, Tim. Good job, bud.
Have a good night.
Bye, man, dude. Unbelievable stuff here going on. Yeah, dude. Nothing to say.
Gosh, we got our first matchup already set for tomorrow, and it's already shaping up to be better than today.
Incredible. Yeah, it's going to be a great matchup for sure. Okay, moving on, guys, to the next matchup. We had Mason Good versus Eric Siddiqui, and Eric was on water. We saw him catch fish after fish after fish. Moving on to the Sweet 16 is Mr. Eric Siddiqui. What a great showing for Eric, man. I mean, insane amount of fish he caught today.
Yeah, man. Look, he was in smallmouth heaven. I don't know exactly where he was at, but I know if I'm ever going up there, that's where I want to go. I'm going to call him and say, hey, take me there just so I can catch him. I don't care about the size. And it wasn't just so much the numbers. I mean, it was the size he was catching. You can put laces on these things and throw it around the front yard. They were massive fish. 97.5 inches is what he wound up catching in smallmouth today.
Smallmouth.
Good. Not real sure what was going on with him. 38 inches today, kind of on the struggle bus. Look, heck of a job. You just ran into a buzzsaw named Eric.
Yeah, it looked like Iowa. I mean, both Tim Gurley and Mason Good struggled there, but, I don't know what happened out of Iowa. No idea. But both those guys, just couldn't get on fish, and that's what happened. But I tell you what, I don't know if Mason had 95 or 97.5 there, but Eric just absolutely just laid the wood down on that matchup, man.
Absolutely.
I mean, the smallmouths were just on fire today.
They were chewing.
Oh, they were chewing. 100%. They were chewing. All right, guys, moving on to the next matchup, guys. Here we go. Sorry, guys, I'm having to toggle back and forth and trying to do this as quickly as I can. But here we go. Next matchup. We have Brian Nunziato taking on Todd Patrick. And man, this was a fun matchup to watch. Todd was, we love giving Todd a hard time. And we love just, messing around with him. But dude, Todd was serious, man. I mean, after he beat Eric Polenz, something happened. There's no doubt. And we also talked to Brian Nunziato. We had a podcast with him. Blake and I did a great podcast with him. We talked about, all sorts of things. And Brian decided he wanted to fish a local tournament today. He was not going to Champlain. He did go try to fish Champlain, had a little trouble catching fish, so he felt a little bit more confident going back to a live event. And it was close all day long, back and forth. But moving on to face Eric Siddiqui in the Sweet 16 is Todd Patrick. 15 season again. Todd Patrick and Eric Siddiqui are on each other, man. Holy moly, are you kidding?
Look, you're going to have teacher versus student tomorrow on Sunday.
Oh,
You got
my
Todd
gosh.
Patrick against Eric Siddiqui. Look, Todd Patrick winds up putting 91 inches of smallmouth up on the board today. That's a fantastic day of smallmouth fishing. I don't care who you are.
I don't care.
Brian Nunziato had 83.5 inches. They battled it out. We were watching, even as the leaderboard went down, Todd would submit a fish. And it kept
It was
going.
back and forth.
It was back and forth.
All day. Todd struggled to catch, there for a while, we weren't sure Todd was going to catch a limit. And he did. And when he did, it was just enough to squeak you out, bud.
Yeah, I know. I think like around 9:30, I think I had 70, 74 to his 17, I think.
Yeah.
And then I think he posted like 2 17s. And I think he had 34. And then I still had 74. It's like he's going to start, I think, just unloading and start posting some fish. So, I wasn't feeling really confident. But there he is.
There he is. Todd, you beat him 91, 83.5. Brian, I mean, I know you wanted to fish a live event. Let me ask you, how'd you do in the live event today, man?
Finished third. I think there was over 40
solid.
angles.
Yeah, solid, man.
No, I was happy with my performance. I mean, I don't have any regrets about the body of water that I decided to fish. Like you just said, if I had a little bit better day at Lake Champlain, a little bit more confident about it, I probably would have went there. But I mean, to blank at Champlain the day before, I wasn't feeling it. So, I mean, I had some prior success at Saratoga at some of the live events. Yeah. That's kind of why I wanted to fish that.
It's all confidence, man. I mean, whatever absolutely. You feel confident with. I mean, trust me, after listening to your podcast with Blake, I'm like, Brian's got this in the bag. I mean, you were super confident in what you were doing.
It was a grind, though, to be honest with you. I mean, Todd and I were kind of messaging back and forth, but I mean, I spent more time kind of battling wind than the fish. Yeah. Honestly, it was crazy. I would cast, once or twice and get blown 10 yards. So it was just, it was exhausting. But I mean, I started at the north end, started at at Fish Creek, worked right down towards the main part of the lake, and I just found like this nice, it was like a buoy line. So you have a little bit deeper, darker water on one side, and it was really kind of like a fine line where it started to turn a little bit more shallow and a little bit lighter and brighter. And I was fishing between like 3 and 6 feet of water. So when I got off the cast to measure that one fish, I think I got like 5 in a row. I was like, Blake, I'm going to stay here. But I mean, I can't. I'm just getting this like tossed all over the lake.
Blake Knight said he threw the War Eagle spinnerbait all morning. He blames you for his loss.
I didn't throw that once today. I threw the jackhammer all day. I got all my bites on that today.
Well, good stuff. Todd Patrick, man, let's talk about your victory, bro. I mean, congratulations, man.
Absolutely.
Just everything's coming together. The fishery has been amazing. It's not let me down. And tomorrow is going to be a fun ride. Brian, awesome being able to go against you. But I don't know, man. I felt something special coming into the tournament. I don't know. I picked, I said the thing about Oral Roberts, and I'll say it again. It felt like things were coming together. It felt like I was on the right fishery with the right guidance. I expect nothing less than mid-90s tomorrow. Me and Siddiqui are going to put on a show for you. Warchild and Spry are going to put on a show for everybody, and Ohio's rocking 3 anglers in the Sweet 16. Man, I'm excited just to be a part of that group.
Yeah, man, you did awesome today, man. Congratulations. I mean,
absolutely.
I'm serious when I said that. I'm really happy for you and excited and have just like the utmost respect for you as an angler, Todd. So get out there and do it tomorrow, kid.
Well, Brian, as I said, great run, man. I hope we see you in the June bracket,
on behalf
man.
I'm sorry?
I hope we see you in the June bracket, man.
Oh, yeah, I signed up already.
Awesome.
I'll be back.
Definitely.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Brian. Good job, bro.
Hey, but on behalf of you, Brian, and Eric Polens, I'm not letting Siddiqui walk away with it tomorrow. I will give him my best.
There you go.
Good luck, Todd. Rooting for you, man.
All right,
Todd, you
man.
made me eat my words, bud. Congratulations, man.
All right,
Have a
man.
good day.
Speaking of your opponent, we've got the man, the myth, the legend, your teacher, your sensei, Mr. Eric Siddiqui.
Oh, he finally made it.
Eric Siddiqui, man. Showing him your swim bait, is that going to backfire tomorrow? Can't hear you, man. I think he's got his phone on mute. Oh, you know what it must be? It must be going through his car. I don't know.
Turn off your Bluetooth.
Oh, they're sitting next to each other talking.
He's putting on his Bluetooth headset. I'll show him how to work the audio. You guys should hear his story today on
Well, look,
what he did.
Yeah, no.
Todd,
Pretty special.
while you're doing that, did you make it to a bait store, a tackle store?
Here, let me see it.
to get your swim baits?
Do you know where that headphone's been? There we go.
Man.
Eric, there we go. All right, man.
You hear me now?
Yeah, we sure can, man. Talk to us, man.
Eric. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
What's up?
This is amateur hour. Oh my God! While they're doing that, let's go ahead and take a look at the scoreboard today.
Yeah. I
Again,
think the bite will probably change a little bit tomorrow.
all right, there we go. You think so? Oh my God!
Yeah, I think so. When that wind picks up, it's going to change some things. So, yeah, it should be a fun day either way. I mean, if there's anywhere that somebody could luck into 520s, this is the place. So, any given Sunday, we'll see what happens.
Will you quit kayak bass fishing if you lose to Todd Patrick tomorrow?
No, I'll probably start a fishing school.
And charge a monthly fee, right? Like a subscription.
Right.
Oh my God, well, guys! I cannot wait till tomorrow. We get to see you guys just hammer each other on the water tomorrow, man. We're gonna let you guys go.
Together tomorrow.
They are fishing together. Of course they are. Yes. Eric, you need to cut the rope. Make sure he fishes on his own this time. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
All right, guys. We're gonna let you guys go. All right.
Congratulations.
All right.
Take care, guys.
I'll see
All
you
right.
later.
Moving on. All right. Let's get rid of that. My goodness, man. It's like amateur hour there, man. Amateur hour. But good Lord. All right, guys. We're gonna get back to the bracket here, and let's see the next matchup. Next matchup was Mr. Hughes taking on Mr. John Mooney. Man, I'll tell you, we didn't hear from Marty all day. He was in a bad area in regards to, just not having coverage. We didn't hear from him until late in the day. He did put up 5 fish limit. John struggled today. Let's just be honest, man. He had 70 inches, all day long. And just did not expect to see that. But, again, Marty put up a late run here. Wasn't enough to move Marty past John into the Sweet 16. Moving on to the Sweet 16 is Mr. John Mooney. Moves on and beats Marty Hughes. Wow.
John had a slower day than I think he would probably like. He had fish, but they weren't really, I think, probably what he was looking for. And he would just cull a little bit and a little bit and a little bit at a time, not really knowing what Marty was going to put up. So, obviously you're going to put up everything you got. And then Marty comes in and you really kind of shocked to see the numbers 72 3/4 from Marty Hughes to 88 1/4 from John Mooney out of Texas. Man, it was what we thought it was going to be, just a little bit lower numbers, I believe.
Yeah, Big Moon moves on. He texted me last night. He was nervous about it, what's going on, but he was real excited about facing Mr. Marty Hughes. Marty, a tremendous ambassador to the sport. I mean, gave it all he had.
Yeah.
Man, the weather just absolutely sucked for him. Just put up a little bit of a limit today, very small limit, but I mean, he grinded it out to the end. Could not get that big bite to happen, and it just happens. So. I mean, that's part of it, but we've got the Big Moon on, Mr. Mooney. Hey,
What's
man,
going
congratulations,
on,
bro.
Hey,
Nice job, man.
I was not expecting that. I really wasn't.
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Today
mean,
was a absolute grind. Yeah, I was showing the 70 inches. I did have a 13 that I'd caught earlier in the day. I was hoping all day to cull that thing, and finally got a 15 and a quarter to push that out. And I think I culled again, 3 minutes left.
Yeah, you did.
An 18.25.
Mm-hmm.
And about 4 or 5 minutes before that, I missed another 18, 19-inch fish. So they turned on late. I mean,
wow.
When I showed
real
up
late.
this morning, it was overcast skies and slick as glass. You couldn't buy a bite. And right after that, the bluebird skies hit. Same deal. Finally, the wind picked up, north wind. And, I mean, I didn't start getting bites till 1 o'clock.
John, me and you messaged last night, man, how excited you were, and had a little bit jitters, I guess, in your system, but ready to get back on the water like ASAP, like right now. You want to get this thing through, man. Now, look, have you prepared for 2 days, man? Are you ready to go back out here and do it again tomorrow, man?
Man, I'm gonna have to swap something up, but absolutely, that right there just give me a major pump of adrenaline. I'm ready. Hit it.
All right. Well, you ready to find out who your next opponent is? We're going to find out here. All right, man. Let's find out who is Big Moon taking on here. All right, here we go. Mr. Shad Schaefer took on Jeff Isham out of Texas. And to be honest with you, Shad was in a Sun Dolphin, it looked like, all day. And I was like, Shad, this is the national championship. He's like, what are you doing in this thing? He messaged me. He's like, I can't put my phone anywhere. Look at this. I'm like, wow. He's like, I have to drag this thing a mile and a half or a quarter mile to get to where I was. I was like, okay, understand. And I was like, you're taking on Jeff Isham in a Sun Dolphin in bad weather. Good luck to you, my friend. And there's not a chance I would give him a chance in this. Jeff was at a live event at Choke Canyon, and Jeff did put up a limit there at the end, and it did come through. Wasn't big enough. Shad was calling all day, but he was in the low 80s all day. Did Jeff come back and beat Shad? Moving on. Is Shad Schaefer from Kansas. He beats Jeff Isham. What? Shad Schaefer beats Jeff Isham. No way. Dude, he absolutely did it. Big Moon, you're taking on Mr. Shad Schaefer. And here he is in the Sun Dolphin himself. Dude, what is going on, brother? Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Wow, dude, Sweet 16, man.
I'm pretty pumped, man. He had me worried all day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Look, anytime you put Jeff Isham on Choke Canyon, it could be lights out at any time. And Jeff, he always puts up a little bit later in the day. He caught a limit and he started posting fish late, and we were seeing him come across the board, and I thought, here he comes. And fortunately for you, man, it just wasn't quite enough today. Like Greg said, he was fishing a live event. He wound up 71.5 inches to your 87.75 inches. So he had room to grow, but man, you did just enough, and you and your Sun Dolphin are fishing tomorrow.
Shad, I'm gonna tell you something. That was a heck of a performance with the equipment that you had, the elements that you were fighting, and to do that, man, is admirable, man. Congratulations, bro.
Thanks. I wasn't in a Sun Dolphin.
It looked like it.
It's a Magellan.
Okay, yeah.
Now, I was only in that kayak for about 3 hours. So I went to my first spot. Like I told you, it's about a quarter-mile drag in there. And it's just way too far and to drag my PA.
Yeah.
So I dragged that thing in there because I knew I could get an early limit at that place. And my goal was to get an early limit and find at least one kicker fish from that spot, and then move on to my other spot where I normally have pretty good luck. So, and I kind of did just that. I caught one, I think 18 and a half or 18 and 3/4 or something in my first spot. And then everything else was kind of cookie cutter, 14, 15, 16. So then I packed up and moved to my second spot. And when I got there, things were low.
Same happened thing with John.
I fished the rest of the day there for 4 bites.
Wow.
With the last one coming about 10 minutes before the end. So,
well, guys, you were 3/4 of an inch apart today. That is going to be one heck of a matchup tomorrow. Who knows what's going to happen with your waters tomorrow, man? But you know what? Let's get it on. I mean, dude, you're 1 bite away from each other. I mean, that's what it's going to come down to, is whoever has that bigger kicker fish, whoever has that better day. Guys, we're going to see one heck of a matchup between the two of you. Guys, great job grinding it out today. Congratulations to both of you, man. Go get some rest.
Look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow.
Yep.
You're 1 win away.
1 win away from one of you two are going to the 8 house, man.
Let's do it.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Get it on.
Thanks, guys. Take care. All right. Man, that's exciting. Wow.
Half-inch difference separates them two today. You know, just imagine like if they can repeat tomorrow, the show we would have again tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, these matchups are going to be so much fun to watch. So much fun to watch.
Yeah. This next one is going to be, oh my Atlanta.
Oh my gosh. Listen. Cayman Rasmussen versus Marcus Coates. Cayman wound up going over to Clear Lake in California, and Marcus caught literally 100 fish today. Yeah. I'm not joking. I was talking to him today. The guy was catching fish nonstop. He wound up, I think when the board went off, he was right around 90 inches is what it wound up being.
Yeah.
Cayman,
they both submitted late fish.
Yeah, and then they both, both submitted late fish. And then you got to remember, Cayman's out in California, so he had 2 extra hours. And Cayman, I was like, man, dude, I mean, he was putting up, I think he had 53 inches, then he went to 70, then he went to like 84 or something. I was like, man, I don't know, dude. I mean, it's just going to be tough for him to beat. And Marcus called me afterwards, and he's like, man, I gave it all I got. Let's just whatever it happens, it happens. And I was like, I don't know if Cayman's got enough, man. But again, I mean, you never know what happens out in Clear Lake, but we all know Marcus, extremely competitive, but one of these two are going to the Sweet 16 and fishing tomorrow.
One of them, there's a 1/4 inch difference, Greg, between.
This is a 1/4 inch difference.
This is as close as you can get.
Cayman,
90-inch bag is going home today.
Cayman, last time he was in the national qualifying bracket, he took on Robert Brown. Robert Brown shut the board off. We shut the board off. Robert Brown was in the lead. Cayman came all the way back by a huge margin and lost by a 1/4 inch. He traveled 12 hours to go face Robert Brown. Did the same thing happen to Cayman? Did history repeat itself? Moving on to the Sweet 16. Is Cayman Rasmussen beats Marcus Coates by a 1/4 inch on a last hour upgrade. Yeah. Wow. Cayman, you went to California and you beat Marcus Coates to move on. Dude, congratulations, man.
Thanks, man.
Dude, you're a broadcaster KBBT killer. I mean, you're an assassin, dude. You love killing like KBBT, dude. You beat him, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. It was a good day. I caught what I caught. It was bed fishing, so it was. It was kind of slow fishing, I guess, because you're just fishing for that one fish. But we found the right ones to get that 1/4 inch.
You got to tell me, man. I mean, Marcus, very charismatic, very, calls himself the champ, goes around talking about how he's this and how he's that, man. But you slammed the door on him today, and I'll tell you, I think Marcus is in a bad area, but he was humble in his defeat. He did all he could to beat you. He did not stop. But how does it feel to beat him?
It feels good, but I know that anybody I go up against, like, I feel confident enough in my skills that I can go find big fish and at least put up a good competition against anybody.
For sure. There's no doubt.
When you put up 90 1/4 inches today to his 90 inches, you hung out around the 88 3/4 inch mark for most of the afternoon. I mean, and we were just waiting to see that 2-hour difference there. Of course, he was on the water 2 hours earlier than you. And it just it came down to that, man. And when we saw the upgrade come across the board, I thought, oh, man. And look, Congratulations. You earned it. You got to do it again tomorrow, though. You got to do it again tomorrow.
That's the key, man. You definitely gonna have to do it again tomorrow. But let me show the score here: 90 1/4 inches to 90 inches. You take out Marcus on that last hour call or last couple hour call, man. Once the board went down, it was over.
Yeah, it was a good day. We're looking to do it again tomorrow and try a new side of the lake that I fished through in March that should hold some fish, and if not, maybe swing back through the same area and see what's going on.
So, are you confident you didn't blow out your water today, and you think you could repeat this performance tomorrow?
So, I found new beds, and I also found new fish that weren't there yesterday. So there might be new fish that comes through. It might be blown out if there's not more fish pushing up, but that's kind of why I want to start in a different area of the lake, and then I can always run back down there. It's not that far of a way, but that it won't be too big to jump over if I have to go back.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. We'll do it. You ready to see who you're facing tomorrow?
Yeah, let's figure it out.
What a matchup this was. Incredible matchup.
This was a heavyweight matchup.
This was no doubt heavyweight matchup, man. Let's find out who you are facing tomorrow, my friend.
3 inches separated these two anglers, and they went back and forth all day.
Versus Louisiana. Charner Williams, who put up 103.75 inches last week, took on Adam Patron out of Louisiana. And you talking about like a George Foreman, Mike Tyson matchup or whatever. I mean, these guys were just throwing blow after blow after blow. And finally we had a winner. And when the boards went down, the leaderboard changed and changed and changed. Moving on to face Cayman Rasmussen tomorrow in the Sweet 16. Is Adam Patron. Wow. He holds on and beats Charner Williams. Wow. Cayman, you've got a hammer on your hands with Adam Patron, but what a great matchup this is going to be, my friend.
Yeah, 98 3/4 inches to 95 3/4 inches. Adam Patron put up 3 fish over 20 inches today. It's going to be a battle.
Oh, yeah. They're in there. We just got to find them.
Yeah.
There it is. Adam Patron, 98.75 inches, and Charner goes home with 95.75 inches.
Another bag over 90 inches is sitting at home tomorrow.
I mean, incredible. I mean, unbelievable. Great job, Adam Patron. But man, I tell you, the guy is, he's heads down. You guys have similar personalities between the two of you. You're very tactical in your ways. This is gonna be a great matchup. Cannot wait till tomorrow, my friend. You got your hands full.
Oh yeah, cut out.
But look, how does it feel, man? Seriously, how does it feel? You got one win. I don't know you will look ahead, but you got one win away to go to the Elite 80 house.
It feels pretty good. The closest shot I'm gonna get, and I feel confident that I could go out and find fish tomorrow. So.
Yeah, man. You get a lot of people rooting you on at home, I'm sure. But, dude, congratulations, man. Great job.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, congrats. Heck of a job, dude.
Well, we've got Mr. Patron. Adam, dude, you held on 98 inches. Gets it done, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, that was I I didn't have signal, so half the time I had no idea what was going, and people would text me saying, he's in the lead, you're in the lead, he's in the lead. It's out of control.
It was out of control.
It was so back and forth, man. Like you watch it, you just get confused. Like, wait a minute, wasn't he just winning and now you're winning? Unreal. Heck of a job today, man. You got to be exhausted.
Yeah,
I'm tomorrow.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Congrats, Cayman. Good job.
So, what do you think, man? Not facing Marcus, you're facing Cayman tomorrow, man.
You know, I actually thought it'd be Mark. So I figured me and him would be fishing the same water. So.
For sure.
He made the comment that if he did win, he was going to come fish right next to you all day tomorrow. Now you ain't got to worry about that. This guy's on the other side of the country.
So, no, tomorrow should be fun. I still haven't decided where I'm going, which is not good, but over here rigging rods right now. So.
Well, you're facing Clear Lake tomorrow, man. Just remember that, man. No games, man. This kid is absolutely putting the hammer down on people, man. He's coming after some throats and taking names, man. The guy is unbelievable.
Yeah, you should have stayed in like Manaway or Hiram up there in Utah. I'd have felt better.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't have made it through today.
All right, boys.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, you too.
Look forward to tomorrow. Take care, guys.
Good luck.
Man, great battle there, my friend. Gosh,
I think that was a
battle.
little shocker there.
That was that is it's classic, man. Just classic. Yeah. Moving on to the right side of the bracket, we had Conrad Benetti taking on Justin Holly. Conrad Benetti was just constantly just putting the hammer down. Actually, I was a little concerned about it, man. 85 inches earlier in the day, and then all of a sudden, man, it was like before you blink, he had 104 inches on the board. Could not believe it. And moving on to the Sweet 16 is Conrad Benetti. Just absolutely put on a show, just unbelievable numbers he put up. And, man, Justin just didn't have enough for him. And there he is, Conrad Benetti. Dude, what a freaking day.
Yeah, man, when you're casting out backlashes and landed on 21 inches, that's pretty good, man.
It's your day, man. It's your day for sure.
No doubt about it.
What you normally do, 104 3/4 inches is 75 3/4. You had 4 fish over 21 inches today.
Yeah, I was got a little worried about that because I didn't want to. I want to save myself for Sunday,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you blew out your waters or not, man, but heck of a job today. You definitely earned it. You lived up to your name. Moving forward, it's not going to get any easier. Obviously, like Greg said, we were a little concerned earlier in the day. Your low 80s, mid 80s bag, and then all of a sudden it was like maybe the wind picked up. I don't know what happened in Florida, but all of a sudden the fishing turned on.
Yeah, that's what it was looking like. I had 85. It was pretty slow. I started off with a 19.5, and then it was all smaller fish after that, and then I just hit the right fish. Like I said, everywhere I cast it, I was just hitting good fish on the head. It's crazy.
No, incredible. Well, Conrad, you ready to find out who you're facing tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Either way is going to be a fantastic matchup, man. So let's find out who you are facing and get your thoughts. Here we go. Moving on. Between Mr. Doug Wilson and J.R. Mockabee from Texas, a heavyweight matchup between Doug and J.R. And it was Doug took an early lead. JR was scrambling to try and fish. Could he, at the late when the board went down, could he find fish? Moving on to face Mr. Conrad Benetti is Doug Wilson. What a matchup this is going to be, man. These two guys, my friend. Oh my goodness. Doug versus Conrad tomorrow for the 8 house. Oh,
this is going to
be awesome.
Yeah, Greg, you didn't plan this at all when you did the bracket, huh?
Not at all. Not at all.
Look, this guarantees a Florida angler goes to
somebody's going home with 100. You're going to send somebody home that posts 100 inches.
That's
probably what's going to happen.
Oh, that's going to be amazing. I mean, not for the angler going home, but that would be incredible.
I think
Doug,
that's
you had 99 inches today. The JR is 85 and a half. Maybe the 99 is a little bit on the lower end of the spectrum for you usually, especially when Conrad's putting up his 104-inch bag. Look, tomorrow we fully expect both of you guys to break 100 inches, no problem.
Don't piss off Doug Wilson, man. Don't piss him off.
Don't poke the bear.
Doug, you did great, man. You did fantastic today.
Doug only put up 99 inches, well below his average and his expectation. Conrad whipped Doug Wilson's butt today at 104.75. So no, Doug's not mad about the fact that you beat him by almost 5 3/4 of an inch. He beat J.R. Mockaby by 85.75. Doug, we're very disappointed in you, and so is Conrad.
Yeah. No doubt, fellas.
Poke the bear.
Appreciate it, fellas.
The only thing to be scared of there is that the big girls weren't really biting today, and if they're on tomorrow, watch out.
Oh man, this is going to be so much fun. These two guys. I mean, come on. I mean, seriously. I mean, this is what it's about, right? I mean, if you guys love competing, this is what it's about. Heck
Hey,
yeah.
Thanks, man. You're good. I ran my own stats. I think Doug Wilson's on a 9-win streak. I think he's on a 9-win streak. And this is the first time two champs are facing off against each other. Two ex-champs are facing off against each other.
Incredible. That's right. Incredible. Yep, that's right. I mean, no doubt. You guys showed exactly what national championship fishing was all about today. No doubt.
Oh, no doubt.
And
Good day. Hell of a day.
Tomorrow's going to be the same way. Well, boys, we're going to move on. Congratulations, Doug. Let's put on a show tomorrow. This is going to be fantastic.
All right, guys. Doug, good luck, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Good luck to you. Good luck to you.
Thank you, sir.
Let's both hammer a hundo, and the best hundo wins.
That's right.
I hear you. I hope you put up 44 inches, but I'm not going to say anything. I'm out, guys.
All right. Let's see. All right. Oh my gosh. What a matchup, Juice.
Oh, look, it doesn't get any better than this. It does not get, the Doug Wilsons, the Conrad Benettis, two Florida just absolute giants going at each other. A Florida angler's going to the 8 house, Craig.
A Florida angler's going to the 8 house. It's going to be either Conrad or Doug Wilson.
Yeah.
Wow. And moving on to the next matchup, Jim Louvier versus Rolando Nannon. These guys were just knocking the tar out of each other, man. I mean, back and forth. Jim throws up a 24. Rolando was relentless, never quit at all, and absolutely had his act together. Came up pretty close to Jim. And then when we hung up the board, I think it was 103 inches. But did Rolando come back and beat Jim Louvier? Moving on to the Sweet 16 and fishing tomorrow is Jim Louvier.
There you go. Yeah.
Wow. What an epic moment we had with him today. And Jim, there he is. Talk about it, man. The magical 24-incher that you put up today was amazing.
It was pretty impressive. It was pretty. How often do you get to catch a 24-inch bass on camera?
Not many times. And talk about today about your line popping and how scared you were.
Oh, so I was throwing into some emerging lily pads, and when I cast my worm, it wasn't but a split second or so later that the bass hit. And when I said the hook, I thought I had a carp. It took off like you wouldn't believe. And if you go back and look at the video, you'll see my rod both bent over and straighten out and bent over and straighten out because it kept popping lily pad stems. It'd get on a lily pad stem, and then it would pop the stem and pop free. And I'm like, I'm never going to get this thing in the boat. And finally, it came out of all those pads and got in the open. And it's funny, you guys were talking about somebody else catching a fish until I got it to the boat. Then y'all noticed it when I pulled it out of the water. I think you guys were even impressed.
Yeah, Eric Siddiqui was wasting our time with 16-inch smallies, and then next thing you know, we looked over, and then Jim caught a 24.
Jim's got a lake record.
You caught a lake record. Yeah, exactly. It's unbelievable. Rolando, dude, you, again, awesome day, 94, and you got to go home. I mean, it sucks.
It's the way it goes, man. I lost a big fish in the morning, but I don't think it probably would have got me to like 96 or 97 or something. But Man, I had a little bit of drama in the morning. They wouldn't let me fish the lake. There was something going on it, and then they finally let me get on it. Yeah. Then I left my plugs off in the back, so my kayak got full of water, and I had to pull over and empty it all out. And but finally got going, and I missed that big fish, man, and it was a heartbreaker in the morning. I was probably like a good 22, 23 incher. And then after that, I just grinded it out, and
always comes back to haunt you, man. Always.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll be honest with you. He put up a 24-inch kicker. I don't know if you saw that at all during the day, but that's a heartbreaker, man. And when he puts up that kind of fish, and listen, that's the first time this guy shouted on the top of his lungs, and I think maybe somebody right next to him about 50 yards away heard him.
Yeah,
he gave it all he got.
Yeah, I did. I gave it all I got, and it was a little short, but I mean, that's a hell of a day for him, man. 103 with the 24 in there.
It's hard to beat, man.
It was an absolute giant fish. But look, you can't take anything away from yourself, man. You know, you put up a bag like you did 94 3/4. Look, you just ran into a buzzsaw today. That's all you can say.
Yep. Congratulations, Jim.
Thank you,
hell
man.
of a day.
Appreciate it. And you too, great competitor.
Rolando, you're a heck of a guy, man. So humble, and thank you, man, for being great support for us, man. Dude, hate to see you go home, but man, it's just that buzzsaw. I mean,
there's another 90-inch bag going on.
By the way, really enjoyed your podcast with Blake.
Yes,
awesome conversation, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, guys, we will. Rolando, we'll see you, Jim. If you want to hang on, you get to see who you're facing, my friend.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Moving on to face Jim on the bottom half of this absolute ridiculous gauntlet called the white bracket. It's either going to be Jason Campbell from Texas taking on Sean McQuinn from Florida, and I will tell you this. Sean McQuinn put up a giant after it was over. A giant, and then called basically 3 times after it was over.
Yeah.
Correct? Am I right?
Yes. Yeah,
and he got his fish submitted basically with 6 minutes to go. Whew.
Watching it, and you just think, oh my gosh. And then you see it come across, and man, look, whichever way this shakes out, another 90-something inch bag's going on.
Absolutely. Either way. Moving on to face Jim in the Sweet 16 tomorrow is going to be Jason Campbell. Soup holds on. Soup holds on and takes out Sean. There he is. There's Sean and Soup together. Congratulations, man. Sean, when you put up that freaking fish, dude, I was like, oh my God. And then you had like a 15 and 16 afterwards. I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Wow. I mean, it was like a day of ups and downs.
Yeah, it was basically, I caught a 22 1/4, my first fish.
Yeah.
And then it was a dink fest after that. I mean, it was dinks, 15 inches, 16 inches. That's all I could catch. And I caught that 23 at 4 o'clock. So those other 16s that you saw come across, those were caught during the day. I just had bad service.
Yep.
So that's why I sent you that message wanting to know if anything had come through.
Yep.
Because everything was timing out on me on Fishing KO.
Gotcha.
So.
Yep, for sure. Yeah,
it was a struggle. I mean, I was struggling all day long, but I had two good fish at the beginning, one at the beginning and one at the end. But,
well, talk about Sean. Talk about Sean your day yesterday. I mean, the giant bag you put up, man.
Oh, you mean on last Sunday?
I'm sorry. Yeah, last Sunday. Yes. Mm-hmm.
I was at the same lake today. That particular day was just chatterbait for the most part. Every single fish that I had in my bag was chatterbait bite. And today was Cincos. I caught that first one on a Cinco. I was punching in the middle of the day, caught a bunch of 15-inch fish punching. And then I caught that big 23 on a chatterbait. So
yeah, that was definitely a monster. Well, Soup, you are now facing Jim in the Sweet 16. You're one step closer, my friend, to the Elite 8, my friend. You're moving on. Congratulations. By the way, I will point out we have 4 champions going on after each other in the white bracket.
Yes.
4 champions: Conrad Benetti, Doug Wilson, Jim Louvier, and Jason Campbell, all champions of KBBT facing each other tomorrow.
Absolute swamp fest tomorrow. Look, Soup, 97.25 inches today, bud. It started out slow for you. We were watching you as it unfolded, and it didn't seem like you could really get anything going. And then it's like the heavens opened up and bass started jumping in the boat for you, man. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so well, actually, I had a limit early. I just didn't post them because I knew 16, 16 inches wasn't going to cut it. So I went to my little spot this morning early, and there were some brim beds around some lily pads, and caught 2 18.5s there, and several, dinks, 15, 16s, and moved to a different spot that I normally was holding bigger fish, and turns out the bigger fish had moved off, and the next wave had come in, and they were smaller. I was like, great. Well, the wind picked up, and it was straight out of the northwest, and it was blowing in like 20, 25 miles an hour, it felt like. So just, I never could see the leaderboard. I didn't know what he had, and I just knew that I hadn't had a good limit yet. So I had just kind of waited for the wind to kind of lay low just for a little bit, and I went around to the other side of the lake and to my other spot over there. Pulled up on it, first cast, caught a 16, caught another 15, 16. I was like, oh my gosh, I need some, 18s, 19s, or 20s. And I was waiting for these couple of boats to leave this cove area, and because the wind was blowing right into those banks, and it was new pads were coming in there, fresh vegetation, so need plenty of oxygen for those bass, and put everything up except for my jackhammer. Went over there, first cast was at 21 or the 19. No, I'm sorry, it was a 19.5. And I thought, oh boy, here we go. And I spent probably 30 minutes there and upgraded. And once I realized I had the 97.25, I thought, man, I better leave it alone for a little while. So, that pretty much wrapped up my day. So.
Well, man, I tell you what, you were only 4 inches ahead of Sean, and Sean, coming back. Look, Sean, we know that you haven't had the best of luck with KBBT, but I think you've made a name for yourself. When people see you on the leaderboard, man, next time they're gonna think twice. And you put up one heck of a show, man, this weekend, and then last weekend as well, man. So congratulations, man. But you just ran into a situation where you just caught more fish late, man. That Texas bite picked on late.
Yeah, it did. Look, 93.25 inches, Sean. Heck of a day, man. 90 plus inch bag again. How many times we got to say it? 90 plus inch bags are going home. So
I know.
It's unreal. Absolutely unreal.
Well, guys, absolutely. We're going to let you guys go. Jim versus Jason tomorrow. Champ versus champ again. Unbelievable. One of you guys is going to the 8 house. Let's go.
Good luck tomorrow. Good luck.
All right, let's move on here, guys. Congratulations. We're going to finish out the bottom half of the bracket, and let's see who will take on out of the orange bracket. The white bracket is ridiculous. 4 champions facing each other.
That's unreal. It's look, you're going to have a champion in the A house now.
you're guaranteed to have a champion in the 8 house. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it.
You're gonna
All right.
have 2 champions in the 8 house. The next matchup, my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
My goodness.
Derek Brundle taking on Matt Kasparek from Florida.
A 1/4 inch difference, Greg.
1/4 inch difference between these guys.
There was fish submitted late.
Absolutely were. Moving on between Mr. Derek Brundle and Matt Kasparek is going to be Matt Kasparek from Florida takes out Derek Brundle by 1/4 of an inch.
91.5 to 91.25. Derek moves late, midday, tries to go find a bigger bite, actually does catch some bigger fish, gets his upgrades. After the leaderboard goes down, Matthew Kasparek shows up, puts up 1/4 inch difference of a fish, and winds up taking home the win.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Wow. He hangs on by 1/4 of an inch. There it is. Matt Kasparek, 91.5 to 91.25. Wow.
Nobody, I don't think that wrecked. If there was a bracket left standing, that wrecked that bracket.
Oh, I mean, it's just, man. I mean, and look, to be honest with you, Derek had his chances. I mean, it's not like it was, Derek's, he had to change lakes. He found some bigger fish, found a different pattern, could have worked out for him. It just didn't, just 1/4 of an inch difference.
Yeah,
That's what it was. Look who we have, Mr. Captain Clapback, man. How you doing, sir?
What's up, guys?
You look like you've been to war and back, and man, we know that you took a tough defeat here today, man, by 1/4 of an inch, man.
Yeah.
Hey, you can't win them all.
You can't, man. This is a brutal game, man.
Man, I caught over 100 fish today. Caught a ton on camera. Caught a ton on phones with I think everybody that called me today got to hear me catch a fish at least 2 or 3 times. So, I mean, it was just one of those days I was on the fish. Every single place I went, the size just wasn't there. I lost one fish that I could have proved that helped me, took me in the grass, and that was all she wrote, but that was early. Sun popped out, even though it wasn't supposed to. It said it was going to be overcast until around noon. It was overcast until about 6:30. I mean, it was just, that sun came out, it got hot, the bite dissipated quickly. I caught that 20-incher of mine on the second cast. Greg, I was actually retying, and Greg was like, it's cast time. I'm going to go broadcast. As soon as he got the phone, 2 casts later, I got a 20-incher on the board. I mean, hey, I told Jeremy with 4 minutes left to go, I was like, this is the second time I've ever fished the full 10 hours. First time against Mason Good in the championship. Second time is now. And I am not conditioned for that. Good Lord, the beating I took today. I've been in that water a number of times, but today was the roughest I've ever seen it. I've got banged up terrible. In fact, I don't even think I'm gonna make it the next 30 minutes. I'm gonna be passed out. But kudos to Cayman. He pulled it out in the run. I mean, that's all that matters. But man, you better bring it to the house now.
Yeah, man. I mean, man, that's twice he's taken the old KBBT ears out, and he just did, man. He had a better day, and congratulations to Cayman, man. And Marcus, one hell of a job, dude. You did.
Yeah.
Man, it's heartbreaking. I know. Trust me, I know. We want to be. Listen, as much as we love doing what we're doing and being behind the camera and telling the stories, we want to be the one actually creating the stories and actually fishing. So it just stinks. But let's go to get Matt Kasparek on. Matt, congratulations on your day, my friend.
Thanks, man. Today was a day of epic events.
Oh, talk to us about it, man. I hear that there's a story to tell, man.
Right from the giddy up, I go to my one spot, and we'll call this my A spot, and it's gator mating season down here in Florida, and I had 2 sets of gators run me off of my first spot, so I left that one, went to another spot, caught a couple decent fish, and I said to myself today, I'm gonna hit 2 spots, and I'm gonna split up the day. And I went to my second spot right about noon. I got there, jumped a little levee to save myself some time to get through, and As soon as I got to my spot, it's 2 miles further down towards the north. And I get down there, catch a nice fish, big fish, reach behind me, go to get my catch board, and I got no catch board. I'm talking 8+ pound fish, no catch board. And I'm looking behind me. I'm like, well, where the hell's my catch board? So I got no choice but to let the fish go. I regroup myself, and I'm like, I got to go look for my catch board. The only place I could have, knocked it off was, when I went over that levee. So I 2 mile paddle back into the headwinds, pushing 20, 25 sustained winds all day. I paddle 2 miles back to the levee. I go over there, jump in the water. I start probing with my paddle, and I finally hit it. 4.5 feet of water. I jump in there. I go grab my hog trough, trek 2 miles back down to the other end, and catch the next fish to put me through the limit.
Man,
it's just an epic day of things that could go wrong today went wrong, but didn't give up, kept pushing through, and luckily I found it and was able to move on.
Unbelievable, man! What a day! Unbelievable,
my stomach.
Unbelievable.
I bet you tether that thing off next time, huh?
Yeah, new kayak, so I'm rigging it up still. So yeah, it'll definitely have a tether on it tomorrow.
No doubt, man. No doubt. Well, dude, congratulations, man. Moving on, and man, that is quite a story, man. But I think you can take those gators next time, man. Take them on.
I'm telling you, some of those gators back there are good 11 and a half, 12 feet.
I know they're huge gators. There's no doubt about it, man.
And you got one more win, and you're in the 8 house, bud. One more.
Well, look forward to see who I got.
Yeah, you want to hang on? We'll let you know who you have. Here, 1 second here. I think that's it. Yep. All right, moving on. Between Jason Starley and Sherman Bishop, man, I tell you, these guys were getting pounded by weather, especially Jason, man. It was a show. He put up 97 inches last week and just hammered the shad spawn and everything going on. Could the same thing happen again today? Good friends between the two of these guys. But moving on to take on Sherman, Matt Kasparek is Sherman Bishop from Florida. He is taking on his good buddy here, Matt Kasparek. You know Sherman well, my friend. What a day to take on Sherman.
Gonna be an epic match.
It's going to be definitely an epic match. Let's get Jason Starley on. Jason, let's talk about your day, my friend.
Where's the remote? I gotta mute it.
Jason, buddy, brother. Yeah, 86 inches to Sherman.
Hey, hold on, I gotta mute the TV.
That's okay, man.
Sat on the remote.
I got you, man.
Okay, how's that?
It's good, man. Talk about your day, brother.
Oh man. Well, I got a good nap in. Yeah, about 9:30. It was so bad. I got off the water, came home, threw all my wet clothes in the laundry, waited for them to get through washing and put them in the dryer, and I laid down and got me about an hour of sleep and got back up and headed back out. So that was kind of fun. It was different,
I hear you, man.
Yeah.
Well, Sherman joined us. Sherman Bishop, you did 95.5 inches, my friend. Congratulations.
Awesome, Sherman. Congratulations.
Glad you're safe, Jason.
Thank you, sir. You too.
Jam updated both of you guys. I know the weather, especially for you, Sherman, probably picked up a little bit later than it did for Jason. We had a couple of guys in that South Georgia, North Florida area that just kind of got hammered with weather all morning long, lightning. I think we even had a couple of guys say there was tornadoes in the area. First of all, glad you guys are safe. Heck of a job today. Sherman, tell us about your day, man.
Other day was a typical day for the lake that I went to. It was pretty steady all day long. I think the only thing that happened that went wrong was me. I fished extremely sloppy today. Right off the rip, I missed a big giant, got it right to the gack, and it spit it right at me. So that's how my day started. So I knew Jason was in some weather, so I just kept grinding. And the second fish I hooked into was the same thing. As soon as the lure hit the water, the line went slack. By the time I got the slack up, it was behind me, and I got to turn it just enough to watch it roll. So I've lost some good ones today. I left a lot of inches in the water. So looking forward to not fishing sloppy tomorrow. It's impossible to fish sloppy against Matthew and walk away. So.
Well, both of you guys know each other well fishing in Florida, man. I mean, one of you guys is going to go to the 8 house. And, man, this is going to be a one for the ages, man. I mean, you guys know each other well, but this is for all the marbles, guys. I mean, this is a serious matchup. Both of you guys are head down and just tacticians of this, man. But what a matchup, man. The Conrad Benetti and Doug Wilson, and then you two guys going at it in Florida. Wow.
I look forward to it, Sherman. It's going to be a good match, and good luck tomorrow.
4 inches separated you guys today, and man, it's if you guys can match that again tomorrow, it's going to be an epic showdown tomorrow too.
I'm just hoping
Florida anglers get guaranteed the 8 house.
Wow,
we'll definitely have it tethered off. That's for sure.
Yeah. Sweet 16 teammates going after each other. The Florida Copperhead teammates are taking on each other to go to the Elite 8 house. Well, Jason, we're sorry about your day, man. I mean, just you can't control the weather, brother, man. It sucks.
That's right.
But you played it safe, played it smart.
Congratulations to everybody, guys. Look, moving on. It gets tougher from here, but look, you're in the right place to do it. Both of you are.
For sure, for sure.
Y'all have fun tomorrow.
Thank you, Jason.
All right, Jason.
All right, guys, we're going to move on. Thank you guys for joining. Thanks. Congratulations, Sherman, brother.
Thanks, Greg.
Good job, buddy. We'll see you later, man.
All right.
All right. There we go. John Fox is joining us. How are you, sir?
I'm okay. How are you?
You were the first person we know that you made it to the Sweet 16 because events happened to Mr. Will Brewer. But we do know you were the first to announce that you were in the Sweet 16. And my friend, you are one step away, my friend, to one step away, man.
Yeah.
To making it to the Elite 8 house, man. Talk about your day.
The first 30 minutes, I started on a stretch that I don't normally fish because it's a timing thing. And these bass, I have found that they like to push shad. And you can see it when it happens. And the area that I have is around some bushes, and they're there all the time. So I started on a stretch of bank that I don't normally fish. I throw in my frog. I caught one on my frog, and I threw it for a little bit longer, and then I switched over to a fluke underneath this one tree, and I caught the 17, a 16, and then I caught that 20 and a quarter. And after that, I threw the frog for a little bit longer, but I threw the fluke for the most part of the day. I threw a great big swim bait, right on the edges, hoping for a big bite, like a 24, 25, because I'm just now learning how to throw them great big swim baits.
Dangerous.
So, yes. And when Will said that he couldn't come out and he couldn't, fish any longer, I kind of looked at it as, well, hey, I get to, throw this ginormous ass swim bait.
Just see what happens, right?
Just to try it and see what happens. So.
For sure. Well, hang on, John. We're going to find out who your opponent is, and this is to end our round of 32 brackets, and we're going to find out who's going to the Sweet 16 between Danny Gann and Stephen Bell from North Carolina. Your opponent, my friend, is none other than Danny Gann. Wow, dude. What a matchup. Another Florida on Florida matchup here between the two of you guys. Wow, dude. What a matchup. And to talk about your matchup is Mr. Danny Gann.
There he is.
Hey, guys.
What a great day for you, my friend.
Yeah, and I actually left an 8-pounder, spit one out at me, so I had good fish all day.
Oh, wow.
102 3/4 inches today, Danny.
Another 100-inch bag for you, my friend. Unfortunately, Stephen Bell had a hard time getting on the water. Just could not get on the water, get fish. Same kind of situation as Jason Starley. Just had lightning, and everywhere he went, he was basically getting chased by tornadoes and lightning. But Danny, that doesn't discard for what you did today at 102.75. Congratulations.
Yeah, Thank 2 fish over 22 inches today.
Yeah, and like I said, I threw a frog up in I kept getting this big swirl, and it just wouldn't eat it. I could see it would make a flash at it. And so then I switched up and threw like a booyah toad runner, the little paddle tail frog. And she just hurt my feelings. She blew it up and come right up and jumped out about 3 feet out of the water and spit my frog right back at me.
Oh my goodness.
But it was a good fish.
Oh my goodness. That does hurt your feelings, no doubt about it. Danny, wait, I'll get you on the phone. I want you guys to see something here real quick. This is pretty unprecedented. This actually was made literally during our broadcast. And I got a call from the guys over at Fishing Chaos. I want you to see something here real quick. Here's the overall leaderboard, but look at the 20-inch bags or 20-inch fish that were caught here today. This is the number of 20-inch. Look, Danny, you had a 23. Jim had a 24. Sean had a 23. Look at this. Look at Danny. You're there again, over 20. Look at this. Look how many 20-inch fish were. I'm still scrolling, guys. 34 20-inch bass were caught. And Danny, your name was on there multiple times.
It was a good day. Big fish for biting. My afternoon bite, it held up, and I checked the leaderboard. I think I finally caught that 23-incher about 2 o'clock, and I just shut it down and headed back to the truck. Fished I fished some areas that I don't normally fish, just testing it out. But yeah, it was a good day.
Absolutely. I mean, what a day. Look at the leaderboard. 104, 103, 102. You were the top 3 throughout the day. You've got John Fox, who you know very well as well, and it's going to be one heck of a matchup between the two of you.
Yeah, I look forward to it. John's a dangerous angler, man. He can put 100 up in a heartbeat. So.
Well, are either of you both ready to travel after this is over? Because I mean, one of you are going to be going to the 8 house.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be great, man.
Look, the right side of the bracket, you're guaranteeing 3 Florida anglers to go to the 8 house. So 3 out of your 4 are going to be from Florida.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, we were talking about the whole the number of copperheads are going to be in that, have a chance to be in that 8 house. It's pretty impressive.
Pretty special, man. Pretty special. It's going to be unbelievable. Wait till I post a bracket. You can see how it broke down. It is, man, wow. This Elite 8, whoever makes it through, it's going to be a special time for sure. Guys, we are just about wrapped up here. Juice, one final thought about this day, man. It was absolutely incredible. Danny and John, we're going to let you go. Congratulations.
Good luck.
You too, buddy.
Take care, guys. Juice, one final moment, man. Talk about this.
Man, final moment of the day. I hate to keep beating the dead horse, but seeing Jim catch that 24-inch fish, it's comparable in a lot of ways to just you want to be there, you want to be able to do it yourself, but to watch a guy like Jim do it, seeing it live, hope to see a lot more of that. Look, this bracket's shaping up to be probably better than I anticipated it to be. Moving forward, we'll know tomorrow night at this time who's going to be in the 8 house. We'll know the matchups. We're going to know all that. But look, guys, like I said, the ones that didn't win today, multiple 90+ inch bags went home. Nothing to hang your head about. Sign up for the next brackets because this is going to keep going. This is not going away anytime soon. It's just only getting better and better. I'd love to see this keep going.
Yeah, it's going to be. There's no doubt. I mean, the calls I got, the messages I got personally today about the content and everything else that's been going on was nothing short of remarkable. And the show that we're just sitting here talking, but the show that these anglers are putting on it's just first class. Guys, I'm going to get off here. I've got a lot of things to do behind the scenes. I'm going to be putting the winners into the Sweet 16, and I will release the identifier as soon as I get done putting you guys into the new tournament. So I got to get out of here. I've got stuff to do. Get ready for tomorrow's Sweet 16. Juice, I think you're broadcasting too tomorrow, right?
I am for a little bit. Yeah, I've got stuff I need to get done around here, but I'm going to get on to
I think we're going to get Team Clap back on the broadcasting tomorrow, right. And it's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll see what happens. Great show, guys. Congratulations. We're out of here. Good night.
Thanks, guys.
Take care.